Hi, Yash. Welcome to today's interaction on projects. Thank you for being here. So let's start with a small question, which is what was the main idea of your project? What was the problem statement of your project around?
My problem statement is the nowadays in India there is so many road damages there are so many roads and road damages. Now the statement is we can create an app and we the normal people who are suffering from roads, they can directly contact to the government and they can solve their problems.
Okay, so why did you choose this problem statement? Why not anything else? Why this one?
Because there is so many roads nowadays we are creating and there is so many damages. The government didn't take any action on that, so I chose it.
Okay, so how will your app exactly solve the problem? What can I do on your app to solve this problem?
So you can go to app and you can choose the name and you can give your address and you can give what is the problem potholes, road cracks, road damages, speed breaker damage, like that. Um, we can give our option and the request go to the government and the government choose the they will confirm or not the problem.
Okay, so once I register the problem on your application, it goes directly to the government, and then government can know that this road has to be, or this road's condition is not good, it has to be resolved, right?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. So, I mean, what was the process for you to develop this app? What are the stages you went through to develop this app? What are like Node, React, what all did you do?
Node, React, and ML.
Okay, so how exactly did you approach the backend of this project? How did you build the Node application?
I built a Node application, the backend, and
Okay, so what were some of the things that you learned during this process? Anything new that you learned while building this application?
yes, ma'am, I learned so many things. First of all, I didn't know what is the Node and what is React and what is ML. Like that, didn't know anything, and now I know something from it.
Okay, what is it that you know now that you didn't know before? I
Ma'am,
didn't. What is it that you said you know something now? What is it that you know that you didn't know before?
I know the React.js and Node.js now, and I do the ML.
Okay, so uh, were there any problems that you faced while developing the application, while in React or in Node or in ML?
They are getting so many errors when I'm creating, but the faculty give suggestion to solve the error, and um, sometimes the file is deleted and I'm created again the file like Node.js.
Okay, so how were you able to, okay, so let's move on to a little less technical part. How were you able to see the business idea behind this project? What is the business idea that you saw behind this project?
Ma'am, this is in this project there is a uh, uh, profit to the uh, workers uh, uh, machine workers and the laborers they can build.
Okay, Yash, so we heard about the business idea and we heard about your problem statement. So can you show us the back end of your application? You can share your screen and show us.
Okay. Hmm?
Okay, so this is the backend. Can we see it?
Unable to operate.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
It is not. Now it is going the server listening both with our.
Okay, so can we go to Google and can we see your
Yes, ma'am.
application? Okay.
So this is the backend application. So this
Okay.
is the users and this is the government. Now the users are create have to create a form and they click in there and first of all they enter their name like my name is Yash
Okay,
and
Yash, I cannot see the other screen if you're sharing it. Can you share that screen again? You have to share two different screens twice.
why? So how can I fix?
Hi, Yash, so you can show us the backend and front end both if you can show us together.
Okay.
Okay, so what is
No,
happening in the backend and due to that, what is happening in this screen? Can you tell me?
no, first of all, the user is giving the data to this, and the user creating a form, and it is
It is getting collected in collection.js,
yes, ma'am.
collection.js. Okay,
Now they are creating a form, and like a name, my name is Yash, and selecting the state like Telangana, and there is so many like Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, like that. And what is the problem? Road problem like speed breaker damages, road damages, water problems, like turning any problem.
okay,
Now I'm selecting the speed breakers and I'm entering the mobile number and I'm submitting the form. Now these are collecting in this code.
okay. It's collecting the data of the user.
Yes, ma'am. It is collecting the data of the user.
Okay. Now, can you show me once from government side what government can do?
The government is having the dashboard like what is the readers and they get a request from the user like what is my name is Yash and I am from Telangana and what is the problem and what is my mobile number like
Okay, and they can approve the request or
yes
deny
ma'am.
it.
They can approve or wait or cancel. They can approve the request like this.
Okay. So when they approve the request, where does it get collected or where does the data get stored in
The
your
get
code base?
it is getting yes
Okay, this is where the data gets stored when the government approves
yes
or
Mr.
cancels on request.
Yes ma'am.
Okay, that's that's very interesting. Thank you, Yash. Now, can you you formed an ML module, right, in relation to
Yes
this
ma'am.
app? Can you show
Yes.
us your ML module?
Okay. Ah,
You can close that window. You can
okay.
close that window. Acha, you can access from there also.
Oh, this is another project. Oh, this is a Harish project. He did it on mine, on my account. And this is my project, jokes. Okay. Shall I call now? Okay. And this is the code
Okay.
we
This is your ML module, right? So what does this module do exactly
no, no,
to
full
your
stack.
application?
फुल स्टैक में एरर्स आ रहे थे अब फिग्मा में भी एरर्स आ रहे हैं क्या करूं from the spreadsheet क्या है जिंदगी
Okay.
and मेरे साथ ही ऐसा क्यों होता है that there have श्रवण सर मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों होता है the machine charges and worker charges and material charges and the profit I don't know and they we split into x and y the can I have your number? features we train it as a x train x text and y train y text and they split into x and y हाँ
Okay. So it takes
now
the data from the sheet and then all of those data, like trainers or engineers, all of this data is taken from a sheet, right?
yes ma'am it's taken the data from the sheet and it will give the actual graph like profit what is the actual profit
Okay. So it gives a graph between your predicted profit and actual profit of your application.
yes ma'am
Okay. Yeah, that's very interesting. Uh, Thank you, Yash. You can stop sharing your screen.
oh,
Okay. So, during building this ML model, what are if were there any problems you faced or anything, any changes that you made in your application, even just not the ML model, any changes you made in your application overall?
no ma'am
Okay. So, during this entire process of making this application, what are the some of the things that you learned, except from Node and React? Were there any business ideas that you learned? Were there any business concepts that you learned? Anything specifically?
I learned the profit they are getting from this app like the workers like they get profit from this yeah
Okay. And did you also learn about how to uh, convert your app into a profitable business for you? Okay. Okay. That's it for the questions, Yash.
it's
Thank you
for
so much
unique
for this
commerce
interaction.
permission denied.
Yeah, this was very interesting. Thank you, Yash.
Okay, thank you.